Hey guys, tonight we venture into the heart of ancient Egypt, where golden sands shimmer under a relentless sun and colossal pyramids loom like silent sentinels of a forgotten world. Picture yourself standing on the Giza Plateau, the air thick with heat, as these stone giants whisper secrets of pharaohs and starlit gods. Their shadows stretch across time, daring you to unravel mysteries that have baffled scholars for centuries. But let's be real. You probably won't survive the mind-bending revelations we're about to uncover. From lost black pyramids to hidden chambers, Egypt's past is a puzzle that defies everything you thought you knew. So, before you get comfortable, take a moment to like the video and subscribe, but only if you genuinely enjoy what I do here. Drop a comment with your location and local time. I'm curious where you're joining us from. Now, dim the lights, maybe turn on a fan for that soft background hum, and let's ease into tonight's journey together. Ancient Egypt, one of humanity's most dazzling civilizations, continues to captivate us with its monumental architecture, intricate hieroglyphs, and enigmatic beliefs. Spanning over 5,000 years, its legacy lives on through stories of pharaohs, the life-giving Nile, and pyramids that have become icons of human ingenuity. Movies and books immortalize these wonders, etching them into our collective imagination and fueling endless curiosity about an era that thrived without modern tools. The pyramids, especially those at Giza, are the ultimate testament to Egypt's brilliance. More than just stone structures, they symbolize immortality, connecting the earthly realm to the divine. Through invasions by Greeks, Romans, and Arabs, and modern archaeological quests, the pyramids stand unshaken in the scorching desert. They're the only surviving wonder of the 7 wonders of the ancient world, embodying humanity's enduring quest for greatness. Records show the pyramids were built mainly during the Old Kingdom, circa 2686 to 2181 BCE, when pharaohs like Khufu, Khafre, and Menkaure erected these tombs for eternal life. Yet Giza remains a hotbed of mystery. Recent finds under the desert sun challenge what we know, hinting at secrets buried deep. Are our history books accurate, or do greater truths await discovery? One enigma is the lost Black Pyramid, noted in ancient texts. Many think Egypt has just a few pyramids, as it's hard to imagine their construction without machines. In truth, the desert holds 118 pyramids, from towering giants to modest structures, scattered from Dahshur to Abu Rawash. These were not just tombs, but emblems of pharaonic power, safeguarding souls and treasures for the afterlife. We focus on Giza's 3 main pyramids, Khufu, Khafre, and Menkaure, aligned with stunning precision, mirroring the Orion constellation's belt stars, as Robert Bauval theorized. This celestial link suggests deep astronomical knowledge, tying pharaohs to divine stars. Yet, ancient accounts mention a 4th, Black Pyramid aligned with them, now vanished, a mystery few explore. To unravel this, we turn to the 18th century, when Enlightenment-era explorers like Frederick Louis Norden, a Danish naval captain, documented Giza. Born in 1708, Norden, a map-making prodigy, was sent by King Christian VI to explore Africa and the Middle East. Stranded in Egypt in 1737, he meticulously sketched the pyramids. His 1751 book, Travels in Egypt and Nubia, describes 4 main pyramids, with the 4th made of black stone harder than granite, topped by a massive slab. This contradicts the 3-pyramid narrative, sparking debate. Was it a mistake, or a lost structure. Scholars like Jason Colavito suggest Norden saw ruins of a destroyed pyramid. Jeff DeMolder's Abyss of Time notes its isolated western position, hinting at a unique function. Richard Pocock's 1743 account also mentions 4 pyramids supporting Norden. Was it dismantled for Cairo's construction or buried under sand? With 2025's radar revealing underground anomalies, the Black Pyramid's secrets may soon surface, reshaping our view of ancient Egypt. Ancient Egypt's legacy isn't just defined by the iconic pyramids of Giza, but by a vast network of these structures scattered across its deserts. Far from just a handful, Egypt boasts around 118 known pyramids, ranging from colossal marvels to smaller, lesser-known constructions. Built primarily from the Old Kingdom to the Middle Kingdom, circa 2686 to 1800 BCE, these pyramids reflect the evolution of ancient Egyptian architecture and religious beliefs. Contrary to popular myths, they weren't crafted by enslaved labor but by paid workers, supported by a sophisticated system of logistics to transport stone across vast distances. These structures are a testament to Egypt's organizational prowess and spiritual depth, serving as more than mere tombs, but as gateways to eternity. The pyramids are strategically positioned along the Nile River, from Abu Rawash in the north to Hawara in the south. The Giza Plateau, about 15 miles from modern Cairo, is the most famous, hosting the 3 main pyramids: Khufu, the Great Pyramid, originally 481 feet tall, Khafre, 471 feet, and Menkaure, 213 feet. Constructed in the 26th century BCE during the 4th dynasty, these pyramids are aligned with remarkable precision, deviating less than 0.05 degrees from true north. Robert Bauval's Orion correlation theory suggests their layout mirrors the 3 belt stars of the Orion constellation, reflecting the Egyptians' belief in linking pharaohs with celestial gods. Beyond Giza, other sites hold significant pyramids. At Dahshur, 25 miles south, stand Sneferu's Bent Pyramid and Red Pyramid, built around 2600 BCE. The Bent Pyramid, with its mid-construction angle shift, likely due to structural concerns, and the Red Pyramid, Egypt's first true smooth-sided pyramid, showcase early architectural experiments. Both rise over 340 feet. At Meidum, the collapsed pyramid attributed to Huni or Sneferu lies in ruins, but retains its core, hinting at the challenges of early pyramid building. Saqqara, Egypt's oldest necropolis, is home to Djoser's Step Pyramid, designed by Imhotep around 2630 BCE. At 204 feet, it's considered the world's first pyramid, a stepped structure symbolizing a stairway to the heavens. The sheer number of pyramids reflects Egypt's dynastic diversity. The Old Kingdom saw about 20 major pyramids, concentrated at Giza and Saqqara. By the Middle Kingdom, smaller pyramids, like Amenemhat III's at Hawara, emerged. Herodotus, a 5th century BCE Greek historian, described Hawara's labyrinth as a complex of over 3,000 rooms, surpassing the pyramids in grandeur. In 2008, the Madaha expedition used ground-penetrating radar at Hawara, detecting an underground structure potentially matching this description. But the project was halted by Egyptian authorities for national security reasons, per Louis de Cordier's Substack, 2023. In 2025, radar surveys at Giza, reported by Popular Mechanics, May 10, 2025, revealed an underground network with 5 levels, 8 2,130-foot deep wells, and two massive cubic chambers stretching 1.2 miles. Answers in Genesis 2024 suggests these could be an underground city or ancient portals, challenging the idea that pyramids were solely tombs. Researchers from the universities of Pisa and Strathclyde propose these structures may have served as energy or storage systems, echoing Christopher Dunn's theories. Giza's location was chosen for its sturdy limestone bedrock and proximity to the Nile, a vital artery for transporting granite from Aswan, 580 miles away, and white limestone from Tura, 9 miles away. Around 20,000 to 30,000 workers, not slaves but paid laborers, moved 2.3 million stone blocks for Khufu's pyramid using sleds on mud-slicked ramps. Excavations in the 1990s uncovered workers' villages with bakeries and breweries, proving they were well-fed. The number of pyramids dwindled by the New Kingdom, as pharaohs shifted to hidden tombs in the Valley of the Kings to deter tomb robbers. Yet Egypt's influence extended to Nubia, modern Sudan, where 255 smaller pyramids were built, denser than in Egypt itself. Recent satellite imagery, per Daily News Egypt, March 5, 2025, revealed royal tombs near Luxor, rivaling Tutankhamun's in significance, with 30-centimeter resolution images uncovering hidden sites. In 2021, the lost Golden City of Aten near Luxor, dating to Amenhotep III, 1391 to 1353 BCE, was unearthed. BBC 4/12/2021 called it the most significant find since Tutankhamun's tomb, revealing palaces, administrative zones, and workshops with jewelry and tools. Its sudden abandonment, possibly due to Akhenaten's religious reforms, mirrors the mysteries of Giza's potential underground complexes. The distribution and number of pyramids highlight Egypt's complex society, religion, and technology. They remind us that beneath the desert sands lie untold secrets, possibly tied to the fabled Black Pyramid or labyrinthine networks. As 2025's discoveries push the boundaries of archaeology, these ancient structures continue to challenge our understanding, urging us to dig deeper into humanity's past. The enigma of the Black Pyramid at the Giza Plateau has sparked fascination and debate among archaeologists, historians, and enthusiasts alike. While most are familiar with Giza's three iconic pyramids, Khufu, Khafre, and Menkaure, ancient records hint at a fourth, constructed from black stone harder than granite, standing apart to the west. Its mysterious disappearance raises compelling questions. Was it destroyed, buried under the desert sands, or simply a myth born of misobservation? The detailed accounts of Frederick Louis Norden, a Danish explorer, provide the earliest and most intriguing evidence, fueling speculation about this lost structure and its significance in ancient Egypt. The Black Pyramid was first documented in the 18th century by Norden, a naval captain and skilled cartographer. Born in 1708 in Copenhagen, Norden showed prodigious talent early on, entering Denmark's Naval Academy at age 14. His exceptional map-making abilities caught the attention of King Christian VI, who commissioned him to lead an expedition through Africa and the Middle East. In 1737, Norden's team arrived in Egypt, where a weather delay stranded them, granting him ample time to study and sketch the Giza Plateau's monuments with meticulous precision. Published in 1751, Norden's travels in Egypt and Nubia, Voyage d'Égypte et de Nubie, includes over 200 detailed drawings, offering Europe a rare glimpse into Egypt's wonders at a time when knowledge of the region was scarce. On page 120, He describes 4 primary pyramids at Giza. The principal pyramids lie to the east and southeast of Giza. 4 deserve the most attention. Though there are 7 or 8 others in the area, they pale in comparison. 2 in the north rise about 500 feet, perfectly square. The other 2 are smaller but distinct in character. Norden's focus on the 4th pyramid is striking. It lacks an outer casing, sealed unlike the others. Its summit is a single large slab, seemingly a platform. Made of black stone harder than common granite, it stands isolated to the west. This description clashes with the modern consensus of only 3 main pyramids, prompting debate over whether Norden mistook a satellite pyramid or documented a now-lost structure. The specificity of the black stone and its unique western position makes a simple error unlikely. According to Jason Colavito's analysis in The Cult of Alien Gods, 2005, Norden may have observed ruins of a dismantled pyramid as stone quarrying was common in the 18th century. The YouTube video In Search of the Lost Fourth Pyramid of Giza by Ancient Architects, 2023, further supports this, noting that Norden's detailed maps suggest a distinct structure, not a subsidiary one. Before Norden, Europe's understanding of Egypt relied on vague accounts, like those of Herodotus in the 5th century BCE. Norden's extended stay and careful observations set him apart as one of the first Europeans to document Giza systematically. His findings were echoed by Richard Pocock, an English explorer, who in his 1743 book A Description of the East also described 4 main pyramids, independent of Norden. This convergence strengthens the case for a 4th pyramid, though skeptics argue both may have confused smaller structures, like Menkaur's satellite pyramids, which are made of sandstone, not black stone. Controversy intensified in the 19th century as scholars like John Gardner Wilkinson dismissed Norden's account, suggesting he mistook a minor ruin. Yet, modern researchers challenge this. Jeff DeMolder's blog, Abyss of Time, 2022, argues the 4th pyramid's western isolation and platform-like summit indicate a unique function, possibly ceremonial rather than funerary. Some propose it was demolished in the early 18th century to supply stone for Cairo's expansion under Ottoman rule, a fate shared by the outer casings of Khufu and Khafra's pyramids. Others suggest it lies buried under sand, a victim of the Sahara's relentless drift, as outlined in a 2023 Nature study on desertification around Giza. In 2025, breakthroughs in technology have reignited interest. Radar surveys, reported by New York Post, June 3, 2025, detected an underground city beneath Gaza, with chambers and wells that could include remnants of the Black Pyramid. These findings, detailed in Popular Mechanics, May 10, 2025, describe a complex network of 5 levels and 2 cubic chambers stretching 1.2 miles, hinting at a structure beyond a tomb. Some, like Graham Hancock, speculate it could tie to a lost civilization, though mainstream archaeologists like Zahi Hawass remain skeptical, insisting Norden's account reflects a misidentification. The Black Pyramid may hold symbolic weight. In Egyptian culture, black stone, often used in sarcophagi, represented rebirth in the underworld, linked to the fertile silt of the Nile. If it existed, this pyramid might have served a ritual purpose, embodying the eternal cycle of life and death. Recent discoveries, like the 2021 lost golden city of Aten near Luxor, reported by BBC April 12, 2021, prove the desert still conceals wonders. With 2025's advanced radar and satellite imagery, Per Daily News, Egypt, March 5, 2025. The Black Pyramid's mystery may soon unravel, potentially revealing a chapter of history that redefines our understanding of ancient Egypt's ingenuity. The mystery of the Black Pyramid at Giza extends beyond Frederick Lewis Norden's accounts, drawing in other explorers whose records have fueled centuries of debate. While Giza's three main pyramids, Khufu, Khafra, and Menkaure, are universally recognized, the notion of a fourth Black Pyramid has sparked intense controversy. Did it truly exist, or was it a collective error by early adventurers? Independent accounts from other explorers, combined with modern archaeological finds, suggest the answer is far from straightforward, keeping the Black Pyramid at the heart of historical intrigue. One key figure is Richard Pocock, an English traveler and cleric born in 1704 in Southampton. Renowned for his extensive journey through the Middle East from 1737 to 1740, Pocock documented Egypt in his 1743 book, A Description of the East and Some Other Countries. Like Norden, he described four main pyramids at Giza. At Giza, four principal pyramids stand, two larger ones to the north, and two smaller but distinct. The fourth lies outside the alignment, with unique features, though he didn't emphasize black stone as Norden did. Pocock's account of a fourth pyramid aligns closely, suggesting both observed something significant now lost. Their independent reports, made without collaboration, challenge the idea of a simple mistake. Unlike Norden, who focused on precise cartography, Pocock emphasized Egypt's culture, customs, and architecture. His prolonged stay in Egypt set him apart from other European travelers who merely passed through en route to the Holy Land. His vivid descriptions of people, temples, and landscapes offered a richer picture of 18th century Egypt, when Europe's knowledge of the region was limited. The fact that both he and Norden, working separately, noted four main pyramids raises a compelling question. Could they both have misinterpreted a minor structure, or did they document a now vanished monument? The debate gained traction in the 19th century as systematic archaeology took hold. Scholars like John Gardner Wilkinson, in his 1835 Topography of Thebes and General View of Egypt, argued that Norden and Pocock likely mistook a satellite pyramid, such as those near Menkaure, for a fourth major structure. However, the black stone described by Norden, harder than granite, doesn't match the sandstone of Menkaure's subsidiary pyramids. An Express UK article, November 15, 2021, suggests the Black Pyramid may have been dismantled in the early 18th century to provide stone for Cairo's expansion under Ottoman rule, a common practice that stripped outer casings from other pyramids. In 1817, Italian explorer Giovanni Battista Caviglia uncovered tunnels beneath the Sphinx, though these didn't directly link to the Black Pyramid. From 1925 to 1936, French archaeologist Émile Barrès fully excavated the Sphinx, revealing its massive scale, 241 feet long and 66 feet high. These efforts found no trace of a fourth pyramid but fueled speculation about underground structures at Giza. Graham Hancock and Robert Bauval, in their 1996 book The Message of the Sphinx, argue that Egyptian authorities restricted research beneath the Sphinx to protect potentially history-altering documents, possibly tied to a mythical hall of records. They link the Sphinx to the Leo constellation and the Nile to the Milky Way, proposing a far older origin around 10,500 BCE, challenging the mainstream 2,500 BCE dating. Herodotus, the 5th century BCE Greek historian, described a labyrinth beneath Giza, more intricate than the pyramids, with complex passages and marble-paved courtyards. In 2008, the Mataha expedition at Hawara used ground-penetrating radar, detecting an underground maze with over 3,000 chambers adorned with hieroglyphs. However, the project was halted by Egyptian authorities for national security, according to expedition leader Louis de Cordier's Substack post, 2023. Zahi Hawass, former head of Egypt's Supreme Council of Antiquities, dismissed these findings as exaggerated, per a 2020 National Geographic interview. In 2025, radar surveys at Giza, reported by Popular Mechanics, May 10, 2025, uncovered chambers beneath the Sphinx, potentially linked to the Hall of Records. Researchers from the universities of Pisa and Strathclyde identified a vast underground network, dubbed the Halls of Amenti, which some tie to the Black Pyramid or a larger functional complex. New York Post, June 3, 2025. Notes these findings suggest an ancient structure predating known Egyptian history, possibly from a lost civilization. The controversy reflects a clash between mainstream archaeology and alternative theories. Hawass insists Norden and Pocock's accounts are errors, but their detailed descriptions resist easy dismissal. Robert Schoch's Voyages of the Pyramid Builders, 2003, suggests the Black Pyramid could belong to a pre-Egyptian civilization, perhaps linked to Atlantis. Edgar Cayce's prophecies, 1877 to 1945, predict a hall of records under the Sphinx holding ancient knowledge. Though mainstream scholars reject these claims, 2025's technological advances, like Maxar satellite imagery and radar, per PR Newswire, April 15, 2025, fuel calls for deeper exploration at the Cosmic Summit. These tools may soon unlock the Black Pyramid's secrets, offering a new perspective on humanity's ancient past. The mystery of the Black Pyramid at the Giza Plateau has captivated researchers, archaeologists, and history enthusiasts for centuries. If a fourth pyramid truly existed, as described by Frederick Louis Norden and Richard Pocock, why did it vanish? How could a massive structure, built from black stone harder than granite, be erased from the landscape or forgotten in the annals of history? Theories about its disappearance range from human destruction to burial beneath the desert's thick sands. Alongside these speculations, recent archaeological discoveries, particularly in 2025, have sparked renewed hope in unraveling this enigma, while raising broader questions about the ancient Egyptian civilization. One prevalent theory suggests the Black Pyramid was dismantled in the early 18th century to fuel Cairo's rapid expansion during Ottoman rule. Ancient monuments often served as convenient quarries, with stones repurposed for houses, mosques, and fortresses. For instance, the smooth white limestone casing of the Khufu and Khafra pyramids was stripped to build structures like the Great Mosque of Muhammad Ali Pasha in the 19th century. An Express UK article, November 15, 2021, posits that the Black Pyramid may have met a similar fate, its stones removed and reused, leaving scant traces for later archaeologists. If true, this explains the lack of visible ruins. But it raises a question. Could such a significant structure be completely demolished without leaving evidence? Another theory proposes that the Black Pyramid wasn't destroyed, but buried under the desert's thick sand due to natural processes like desertification. The Sahara, including Giza, has undergone significant geological changes over millennia. Sandstorms and shifting dunes can obscure ancient structures, especially smaller or isolated ones. A 2023 Nature study from Cairo University notes that Gaza was once near an ancient Nile branch, but aridification since the Middle Kingdom, circa 2000 BCE, allowed sand to encroach. If located to the west, as Norden described, the Black Pyramid could be hidden beneath dunes, invisible to later explorers. This idea is supported by discoveries of buried structures, like the workers' village at Giza, unearthed in the 1990s. For centuries, researchers have searched for traces of the Black Pyramid, but the lack of precise records has hindered efforts. Norden and Pocock's accounts are primary sources, yet they lack exact coordinates or detailed maps to pinpoint its location. Ancient Egyptian texts, like the Papyrus Westcar or Pharaonic Stele, make no mention of a fourth pyramid, fueling skepticism about its existence. However, 21st century archaeological technology has brought new hope. Satellite systems like Maxar, with 30-centimeter resolution, enable remote surveys of inaccessible areas. Daily News, Egypt, March 5, 2025. Reports that satellites detected geological anomalies beneath Giza, including underground structures possibly linked to a pyramid or labyrinth. A landmark discovery tied to this mystery is the lost golden city of Aten, unearthed near Luxor in 2021. Led by Zahi Hawass, the excavation revealed the largest settlement from Amenhotep III's reign, 1391 to 1353 BCE, with royal palaces, administrative zones, and workshops producing intricate jewelry and pottery. Smithsonian Magazine, April 12, 2021, notes the city was abruptly abandoned, possibly due to Akhenaten's religious reforms. Its zigzagging walls, a rare architectural feature from the late 18th dynasty, and thousands of artifacts like amulets and tools, offer deep insights into ancient Egyptian life. Though not directly tied to the Black Pyramid, this find proves the desert still hides secrets, suggesting underground structures may exist at Giza. Another ancient tale adds to the mystique. Herodotus, the 5th century BCE Greek historian, described a labyrinth at Hawara near Lake Moeris, with over 3,000 rooms adorned with hieroglyphs and paintings. He wrote, "The intricacy of its passages and marble-paved courtyards is a marvel beyond words." Many scholars dismissed this as exaggeration, but in 2008, the Mataha expedition, led by Louis de Cordier, used ground-penetrating radar at Hawara, detecting a vast underground structure, possibly the labyrinth Herodotus mentioned. A Substack post by de Cordier, 2023, claims the project was abruptly halted by Egyptian authorities for national security, with results only partially published in the NRIAG Journal of Astronomy and Geophysics, 2008. In 2025, new discoveries at Giza continue to stir debate. Popular Mechanics, May 10, 2025, reports that researchers from the universities of Pisa and Strathclyde used SAR radar, uncovering an underground city beneath Giza with 5 levels, 8 2,130-foot deep wells, and 2 cubic chambers stretching 1.2 miles. Dubbed the Halls of Amenti in alternative theories, this structure could relate to the Black Pyramid or a larger functional system, like knowledge or energy storage. New York Post, June 3, 2025, suggests it's evidence of a structure predating known Egyptian history, possibly from prehistory. These findings challenge the mainstream view that pyramids were solely tombs. Answers in Genesis, 2024, posits the underground structures could be portals to hidden areas, like the Hall of Records predicted by Edgar Cayce, who claimed a library beneath the Sphinx holds humanity's knowledge from 10,000 years ago. set to be uncovered soon. Though dismissed by academics, this idea gains traction as technologies like AI and radar advance. Egypt's government, via the Supreme Council of Antiquities, often faces accusations of concealing major finds. Graham Hancock and Robert Bauval's The Message of the Sphinx, 1996, argues that surveys beneath the Sphinx and Giza are restricted to protect valuable documents or maintain historical narratives. While no concrete evidence supports these claims, the 2008 Hawara Project's HALT and limited 2025 disclosures fuel suspicion. Ancient Origins, 2024, suggests reasons include preventing artifact theft or preserving Egypt's archaeological control. The Black Pyramid's mystery isn't just about its existence, but its meaning. In Egyptian culture, black stone symbolized rebirth and the underworld, used in sarcophagi and sacred artifacts. If real, the Black Pyramid might have held a unique role, embodying eternal life after death. With 2025's technological advances, like satellites and radar, answers may be near, potentially unveiling a new chapter in human history. Egypt's pyramids, particularly the Giza complex, have long stood as the ultimate symbols of ancient civilization, revered not only for their colossal scale, but also for their profound spiritual significance. In ancient Egyptian culture, pyramids were more than architectural feats. They were bridges between the earthly realm and the divine, embodying a deep belief in immortality and rebirth. To fully grasp their traditional purpose and how they were built, we must delve into the religious mindset, engineering techniques, and societal organization of ancient Egypt, while also considering the challenges modern archaeologists face in studying these wonders. In ancient Egyptian belief, death was not an end, but the start of an eternal journey. The Egyptians held that preserving the body allowed the soul, or K, to be reborn and live forever among the gods. Pyramids, especially during the Old Kingdom, circa 2686 to 2181 BCE, were built as royal tombs to safeguard pharaohs' bodies, along with their treasures and grave goods, for the afterlife. According to the Egyptian Book of the Dead, a pharaoh's soul had to navigate trials in the underworld, duat, to achieve immortality. The pyramid's sturdy structure and intricate design ensured the body was protected from tomb robbers and time's decay. The pyramid's shape, a square base with 4 triangular sides, carried deep symbolic meaning. Egyptologist Mark Lehner, in The Complete Pyramids, 1997, explains that the square-based pyramid represented the primordial mound, Ben, where the god Atum stood to create the world in Egyptian mythology. The 4 sloping sides, originally clad in polished white limestone from Tura, reflected sunlight, symbolizing the rays, Ra, guiding the pharaoh's soul to the heavens. Narrow passages in the Great Pyramid of Khufu, known as air shafts, were precisely aligned with celestial points, like the dark regions of the sky believed to be gateways to paradise. Robert Bauval's 1994 research suggests these shafts targeted stars like Sirius and the Orion constellation, linking the pharaoh to the cosmos. Each pyramid was part of a broader burial complex, including a mortuary temple, valley temple, and a raised causeway connecting them. The mortuary temple, adjacent to the pyramid, hosted rituals to sustain the pharaoh's soul. The causeway, often hundreds of meters long, was adorned with carved reliefs depicting the king's achievements. Herodotus, visiting Giza in the 5th century BCE, noted that the causeway of Khufu's pyramid was nearly as impressive as the pyramid itself. Giza's location was chosen for its commanding view of the Nile Valley and its solid limestone bedrock, capable of supporting millions of stone blocks, each averaging 2.5 tons. Building a pyramid was an engineering marvel, requiring seamless coordination of labor, technology, and logistics. National Geographic, 2023, estimates that constructing Khufu's pyramid took about 20 years, using 2.3 million stone blocks. The process began with leveling the ground and measuring precise right angles using ropes and simple tools like cubit rods. The Great Pyramid's accuracy is astonishing. Its base edges deviate by just 2 centimeters, and its sides align with true north within 0.05 degrees. Glenn Dash's 2017 study suggests the Egyptians used star observations for orientation, showcasing advanced astronomical knowledge. Stones were sourced from multiple locations. Local Giza limestone formed the pyramid's core, while fine white limestone from Tura, 9 miles away, clad the exterior. Heavier, more durable granite was transported from Aswan, 580 miles south, via the Nile. According to the Journal of Archaeological Science, 2022, large wooden boats, up to 100 feet long, carried granite blocks weighing up to 50 tons. Stones were dragged on wooden sleds over mud-slicked ramps to reduce friction. A Middle Kingdom transport road at Lisht, excavated in 2019, demonstrates the efficiency of this method. Contrary to popular belief, pyramids were not built by slaves but by paid laborers, including farmers and artisans, working in shifts during the flood season when agriculture paused. Lehner estimates 20,000 to 30,000 workers built Khufu's pyramid, supported by a vast logistical network providing food and tools. Excavations in the 1990s at Giza's workers' village uncovered bakeries, breweries, and animal bones, proving laborers were well fed. To hoist stones, the Egyptians likely used ramps, straight, zigzagging, or encircling the pyramid. Archaeology magazine, 2020, suggests rubble piles at Giza may be ramp remnants, though no direct evidence survives. Stones were precisely carved on site, fitting so tightly that a razor blade couldn't slip through, thanks to gypsum mortar. The pyramid's interior, like the king's chamber in Khufu's pyramid, used Aswan granite blocks weighing up to 80 tons. Granite plugs and iron grates protected passages from tomb robbers, highlighting sophisticated design. However, the traditional view of pyramids as tombs is under scrutiny. No mummies have been found in Giza's 3 main pyramids, possibly due to ancient looting. This has fueled alternative theories, like Christopher Dunn's in the Giza power plant, 1998, suggesting pyramids were power generators. Mainstream scholars, like Zahi Hawass in PBS Nova, 2023, maintain their spiritual role, emphasizing pyramids as symbols of power and immortality, reflecting Egyptian cosmology. In 2025, SAR radar discoveries at Giza, per Popular Mechanics, May 10, 2025, revealed underground structures hinting at additional functions, like storage or rituals. These findings, paired with ancient construction techniques, suggest the Egyptians built not just tombs, but structures with meanings beyond our current understanding. The pyramid building process was not only a technical triumph, but also evidence of a complex society, with thousands collaborating towards Himmait's shared goal. The true purpose of the pyramids at the Giza Plateau has fascinated researchers, archaeologists, and history buffs for centuries. While mainstream scholarship holds that the pyramids were built as tombs for pharaohs, designed to protect their bodies and prepare them for eternal life, alternative theories challenge this view. One of the most provocative is by Christopher Dunn, presented in his 1998 book, The Giza Power Plant, which argues that the pyramids, particularly Khufu's Great Pyramid, were not just tombs, but massive power plants engineered to generate and transmit energy using the physical properties of their materials and underground structures. Though dismissed by mainstream academics, this theory has ignited curiosity and raised profound questions about the technological prowess of ancient Egypt. Traditionally, pyramids are seen as protecting pharaohs' bodies, with their square-based, four-sided design symbolizing the primordial mound and passages aligned with stars for spiritual ascent. However, anomalies prompted Dunn to question this narrative. A key argument is the absence of mummies in Giza's three main pyramids, Khufu, Khafre, and Menkaure. While ancient tomb robbing could explain this, Dunn suggests the lack of mummies hints at a different purpose beyond burial. He argues that the pyramid's astonishing precision and use of materials with electrical properties point to a sophisticated technological function, far beyond religious symbolism. Dunn highlights the unique physical properties of the pyramid's materials, suited for energy generation and transmission. The Great Pyramid's outer casing, originally clad in Tura limestone with low magnesium content, acted as an excellent insulator. The inner core, made of dolomite limestone containing quartz crystals, could conduct electricity via the piezoelectric effect, generating a charge under pressure. Interior chambers, like the King's Chamber, were built with Aswan pink granite, slightly radioactive and capable of ionizing surrounding air. Dunn argues this combination, insulation outside, conductivity inside, suggests a design akin to a large electrical device. A critical factor in Dunn's theory is Giza's geography. The plateau sits above an aquifer with ancient Nile water flows. As groundwater moves through limestone and granite layers, it can generate an electric current via the streaming potential phenomenon, where water passing through porous materials creates a charge. Dunn proposes this current was channeled to the pyramid's apex, where a conductive device, possibly gold or copper, once stood. Though no trace of such a device remains, likely stolen or eroded, Dunn suggests it functioned like an antenna, transmitting energy wirelessly or storing it in underground structures. Dunn cites archaeological evidence to bolster his theory. In 1993, a robot exploring the air shafts in Khufu's pyramid discovered a small door with copper pins, dubbed Gantenbrink's door, hinting at a complex mechanism. Some alternative researchers speculate it could conceal copper wires or electrical schematics, though no direct evidence exists. Ancient Origins, 2023, notes that ground-penetrating radar has revealed uncharted chambers and passages beneath Giza, potentially tied to Dunn's energy system. The pyramid's engineering precision, base edges deviating less than 2 centimeters, supports the idea that the Egyptians possessed advanced technological knowledge. Dunn's theory finds parallels in other ancient artifacts. The Baghdad Battery, a Parthian-era 250 BCE to 224 CE artifact from Iraq, consists of a clay jar with iron and copper rods, capable of producing a small current when filled with an electrolyte like vinegar. Smithsonian Magazine, 2020, notes that, while its purpose is debated, it proves electricity was known in antiquity, predating Thomas Edison. Dunn argues that the Egyptians, with superior engineering, could have developed a more advanced energy system, using the pyramid as a giant reactor. However, the theory faces strong academic opposition. Egyptologists like Mark Lanner and Zahi Hawass assert there's no direct archaeological evidence for pyramids as power plants. National Geographic, 2023, explains that limestone and granite were chosen for availability and durability, not electrical properties. The absence of mummies likely stems from Middle Kingdom, 2000 BCE looting, with evidence of break-ins. No ancient Egyptian texts mention energy technology, and air shafts are seen as spiritual pathways, not electrical conduits. Despite rejection, Dunn's ideas inspire alternative research. In 2025, SAR radar surveys at Giza, per Popular Mechanics, May 10, 2025, uncovered an underground network with 5 levels, 8 2,130-foot deep wells, and 2 1.2-mile-long cubic chambers. Researchers at the Cosmic Summit 2025, PR Newswire, April 15, 2025, suggest these could be part of an energy storage system, echoing Dunn's theory. Though not mainstream, the idea raises questions. Why did the Egyptians use such precise construction and specialized materials for mere tombs? The power plant theory also hints at an older civilization, possibly tied to legends like Atlantis. Graham Hancock's Fingerprints of the Gods, 1995, suggests Egypt inherited knowledge from a lost civilization, with pyramids as advanced technological relics. While speculative, this encourages deeper exploration. With modern tools like AI and radar, Giza's mysteries may soon be unveiled, offering a fresh perspective on ancient human capabilities. Christopher Dunn's theory that the Giza pyramids were giant power plants offers a bold reimagining of their purpose. To support this idea, Dunn and his proponents draw parallels between the pyramid's design and the pioneering energy experiments of Nikola Tesla, the genius inventor of the 19th and 20th centuries. Specifically, similarities between Khufu's Great Pyramid and Tesla's Wardenclyffe Tower, alongside the mysterious 1908 Tunguska explosion, are cited to suggest that ancient Egyptians may have possessed technological knowledge far beyond their era. Though speculative, these comparisons have sparked lively debates about the possibility of wireless energy in ancient history. Nikola Tesla, born in 1856 in Croatia, was a visionary whose innovations in alternating current and wireless energy transformed the modern world. From 1901 to 1917, he built the Wardenclyffe Tower in Long Island, New York, aiming to transmit power wirelessly across vast distances. According to Tesla, inventor of the electrical age by Bernard Carlson, 2013, the tower was designed to use Earth's ionosphere as a conductor, sending electricity and signals without cables. Tesla believed he could provide free energy globally, but the project was abandoned due to funding shortages. Dunn argues that the Great Pyramid, with its insulating Tura limestone casing, conductive dolomite core, and radioactive granite in the King's Chamber, mirrors a power transmission device, with Giza's underground aquifer serving as a natural energy source. Some alternative researchers link the pyramids to the 1908 Tunguska event in Siberia, where an explosion equivalent to 10 to 15 megatons of TNT flattened 2,000 square kilometers of forest. Mainstream science, per Nature, 2018, attributes this to a meteor or comet exploding mid-air. However, conspiracy theories, featured in Ancient Aliens on History Channel, 2020, suggest the blast may relate to Tesla's Wardenclyffe experiments. Tesla claimed he could create a directed energy weapon, and some speculate he accidentally triggered the Tunguska explosion while testing energy transmission. Dunn uses this hypothesis to draw parallels, proposing the pyramids could have functioned similarly, generating or storing energy on a grand scale. Despite its intrigue, this idea lacks direct evidence. Scientific American 2023 notes no historical records tie Tesla to Tunguska, and the pyramids show no signs of ancient electrical devices. Egyptologists like Zahi Hawass maintain the pyramids were tombs with limestone and granite chosen for durability, not conductivity. Yet 2025 SAR radar discoveries at Giza, per Popular Mechanics, May 10, 2025, revealed underground structures possibly linked to energy systems, reviving Dunn's theory. While speculative, the parallels between the pyramids and Wardenclyffe Tower encourage us to reconsider ancient technology, potentially far beyond what mainstream history acknowledges. The Great Sphinx of Giza, the world's largest monolithic statue, is as enigmatic as the nearby pyramids. Stretching 241 feet long and 66 feet high, with a human head and lion's body, it's believed to represent Pharaoh Khafre, circa 2558 to 2532 BCE. Yet the secrets hidden beneath it, from underground tunnels to legends of an ancient knowledge repository, have sparked theories about its true purpose. Ancient accounts and recent archaeological finds deepen the mystery, suggesting the Sphinx may conceal keys to understanding a far older civilization. In 1817, explorer Giovanni Battista Caviglia discovered tunnels beneath the Sphinx, but they were not fully explored. From 1925 to 1936, Émile Barrès excavated the statue, revealing its immense scale, yet found no clear underground chambers. Herodotus, the 5th century BCE Greek historian, described a labyrinth beneath Giza, with intricate passages and marble-paved courtyards, surpassing the pyramids in complexity. The prophet Edgar Cayce, 1877 to 1945, predicted a hall of records under the Sphinx, a library holding knowledge from a lost civilization dated around 10,500 BCE, possibly linked to Atlantis. This ancient origin theory is bolstered by Robert Schoch, who in Voyages of the Pyramid Builders, 2003, argued that water erosion marks on the Sphinx suggest it could be 7,000 to 10,000 years old, far predating the mainstream 2,500 BCE timeline. In 1990, Schoch and John Anthony West surveyed the site, detecting underground passages, but their work was restricted by Egyptian authorities. In 2008, the Mataha expedition at Hawara used ground-penetrating radar, uncovering a labyrinth with over 3,000 hieroglyph-adorned chambers. But the project was halted for national security reasons, per Louis de Cordier's Substack, 2023. Zahi Hawass, former head of Egypt's Supreme Council of Antiquities, dismissed these findings as exaggerated. In 2025, SAR radar surveys at Giza, reported by Popular Mechanics, May 10, 2025, revealed chambers beneath the Sphinx, potentially tied to the Hall of Records. Graham Hancock and Robert Bauval, in The Message of the Sphinx, 1996, argue that Egypt's government restricts research to protect documents that could rewrite history. Though lacking concrete evidence, these underground anomalies, alongside Herodotus and Cayce's accounts, suggest the Sphinx may hide knowledge from a civilization far older than Egypt. With modern tools like Maxar satellites and AI, this mystery may soon be unraveled, opening a new chapter on humanity's origins. The mysteries of the Giza Plateau, from the lost Black Pyramid to the underground labyrinth beneath the Sphinx, continue to challenge our understanding of ancient Egypt. Accounts from Frederick Lewis Norden, Herodotus, and 2025 archaeological discoveries suggest Giza was not merely a royal cemetery, but possibly the hub of an advanced civilization with technology or knowledge far beyond its time. Christopher Dunn's controversial theory of the pyramids as power plants, coupled with SAR radar revealing underground anomalies, points to secrets yet to be uncovered. The Hall of Records beneath the Sphinx, as predicted by Edgar Cayce, may hold knowledge from a lost civilization like Atlantis, promising to illuminate humanity's origins. These findings raise a critical question. Has mainstream history overlooked vital chapters? Underground structures at Giza, like the Hawara Labyrinth with over 3,000 chambers, halted in 2008, fuel suspicions of concealed information. Popular Mechanics, May 10, 2025, reports chambers beneath the Sphinx could link to ancient knowledge, reshaping our view of civilization. With technologies like Maxar satellites and AI, 2025 marks a turning point in archaeology, bringing us closer to the truth. Giza reminds us that our view of the past is limited. If the Hall of Records or Black Pyramid is uncovered, human history could be rewritten, revealing technologies or knowledge from tens of thousands of years ago. We must keep questioning, exploring, and staying curious. Share your thoughts in the comments, and let's dive deeper into the mysteries of the primal universe.